All right, here's an update to my 16-foot Saturn KaBoat with a long-tail mud motor on the back. I've made a lot of modifications since the last video I made. I thought you guys might be interested in looking. First of all, this boat is the SUV of boats. It is awesome. It goes anywhere. Little itty-bitty creeks, up rapids, you drift boat down on oars, weeds, mud. It gets you places no other boat will, so that's why I went with this configuration. But I made a lot of modifications to do what I like to do, so let me show you around. Let's start up front. I kind of borrowed from the whitewater world. You can see I built a frame there to put some seats on, and I built this platform in the front. Borrowing from the whitewater world, what I mean is with a rubber boat or an inflatable, you got D-rings, and you can lash things down with webbing straps, and it actually creates a very secure platform. A lot of people are surprised by this, but it works great, and you can see I've mounted an anchor and a trolley system, and also you know, have an electric motor here that I can deploy and fold, as you can see, all mounted to this, and it's quite secure and it works real well. Moving back, we've got the frame system here. This is kind of well, not great engineering. It's an 1.25 inch basically galvanized fence pipe, but for me it works great for what I need. You know, to make an aluminum frame like a real whitewater raft, incredibly expensive. This stuff works great, and I mounted some benches on it with clamps, and put some seats on those benches. They're real secure. This doesn't go anywhere. Again, secured by D-rings and webbing straps. It's just like whitewater rafters do it. And that opens up all kinds of space on the floor of this boat now underneath those benches, instead of sitting on boxes or crates or whatever. The Saturn comes with its own aluminum bench seats, and they're completely worthless for any kind of configuration like this. So you got to come up with a solution, and this is working real well for me. Okay, oars. The oar set the Saturn comes with are basically pool toys. Once I got the frame on here, then I could really upgrade the oars with some whitewater oar locks I bought from NRS, and some better oars. They clamp right on the frame. That works great, and allows me to motor up rivers and rapids, and then go on the oars and drift boat down in a boat that's essentially rock-proof, bounce off stuff. So that's been working great for me. Keep some extra supplies in a little box back here. You got to carry a spare prop, gasoline, tools, all that kind of stuff. Okay, here's something new in the back. You can see the mud motor, okay? Big tiller, and the pole out the back with the prop on it. But I really needed a way to manage fishing rods in this boat and get them up and out of the floor. So I built this removable rack on the back. It's put together with PVC pipe and pins. You can pop these pins and pull the thing right off, which is really important. You need to be able to do that, because when you pull this boat out of the water and put it on the trailer or store it, you swing the entire mud motor around and bring that long pole inside the boat. So you need to get this out of the way to be able to do that, and you can pop it off in 10 seconds or less, so no big deal. That works great. A lot of people are like, well, why don't you clamp rod holders you know, on your rails? Well, yeah, that'd be great, except fishing rods in this direction, in conflict with that tiller. Fishing rods up here, in conflict with the oars. Fishing rods clamped up here, potentially in conflict when you fold in that electric motor. So it was a challenge to kind of figure out what to do with fishing rods. There is one spot I found where I put a little Scotty mount right there. It's inside the angle of the oar lock. The rod tip is not in conflict with the motor, and it's out of the way, but also within reach. So I've got that one there. That one works great. I might be able to clamp another one here and sort of move it up, but you got to be mindful when you're folding that motor up. You don't want to pinch your rod. So that's the solution I'm working on right now. All right, this thing's working great. Last thing I want to mention, yeah, they spring leaks. You abuse this thing the way I do, I've had to patch it, and last season when it was out of the water, I can't show you, underneath this entire tube and the other tube, I bought about $100 worth of PVC material and some glue, and I patched essentially a double layer onto the bottom of these tubes, and it's made them that much more rock proof, and that's worked out great. Oh, hey, before we go, since we're in Maryland here, here's what we're fishing for today. Our latest invasive species here in the Chesapeake region, the northern snakehead, direct from China. They've kind of taken, they haven't taken over. They're actually really cool fish, man. They're fun to catch, they fight hard, and the state wants to get rid of them, so you got to keep them and eat them. I'm all about that. And there are plenty of bass out here too. So that's the rig, updated. It's working great for me, but it's tight, you know? You got to really manage your gear when you're dealing with this thing. But if you want to go anywhere, and I'm talking about anywhere, little itty bitty creeks 4 or 5 inches deep, you can run it in this thing. You don't run it fast. It's not running any 20 miles per hour, but 12 to 15 miles per hour on a little plane, and you can pretty much go anywhere. So I'm having a ball, and I hope you enjoyed the video.